What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cardano today, ADA. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 9th day of September, and here we are, right at about 86 cents. We got 21 days, 6 hours left in this month. Fresh into this month of September here, barely a weekend right now. 86 cents is the price, and we have, just like XRP, Bitcoin, a few other cryptos in the space, we've had a little bit of a bull trap activated today, a little bit of a fake out to the upside there. I would imagine a lot of people got very excited at the high of this lower high overall. We don't have a lot of volume coming in. This is on the ADA USDT chart on Binance. The most volume in the world that you'll find is on this chart. So the fact that we have sub-average volume right now is not really encouraging. It would make me think even at the top that this move is not legitimate. As we're coming down, I bet we're getting more volume coming in. Let's see. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Yes. Yes. As we're coming down, more volume's coming in. I did not look at this before. I just know my stuff, right? That's typically what happens. If not, I would have looked a little silly there, but that's okay. Pretty bearish, right? You spent a lot of time moving up, and you just gave it back in 2 candles like that. Even these very big candles here to the green effect were nothing compared to this selling off right here. So I do think that we have lower to go. I don't think that it's done here. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. We'll zoom out, and then we'll wrap this up, okay? Pardon me, man. Looking at the 1 hour RSI, we do have lower lows and lower highs. We're in a bit of a downtrend. We could find support here. We found support in this area before. We could very well find support here. Move up, something like that. Move on up here. Find resistance, lower high, and then make our final trot down to the oversold land. And it's very possible that we do just keep moving down now without moving up at all. But I wouldn't be surprised, too surprised if we moved back. We're at 86 cents now. Maybe go to 87, 87.5 cents. Nothing crazy to the upside, but just a little something, you know. The MACD looks bearish. I mean, overall, it looks kind of bullish, actually, but bearishly inclined right now. So did the stochastics. So lower prices rather immediately are to be expected. But again, even if you move up a little bit, I wouldn't be too wooed by that. 4 hour time frame, the RSI kind of looks nice, if we're being honest. I do like this RSI because you have higher lows and higher highs overall. I like the transition here, too. I would still think you go lower. Maybe you found your low, ADA. It's very possible that's your low. A lot of coins I don't think have found their low, but 78 cents could very well have been your low. It's possible. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. If that's the case, we're looking for a higher low. Let's see here. Hold on. I think it would be not essential, but ideal to find support at 83.2 cents. At the most, you'd want to stop at like 79.6 cents. 83.2, 79.6. If you can't find support at either of those levels, then you probably do see a slightly lower low, but just slightly. I don't think, I mean, if you're looking at this in the current trajectory that you have here, I don't think that you're going to come down and hit that trend line, right? I don't think it's going to be that dramatic. Maybe it is, but I doubt it. I would think more so you probably get what they call a partial decline. A partial decline is whenever you have a channel, like you do now, right? And you're doing your thing, and you reach for the trend line, but you don't hit it, right? That's a partial decline. It typically is bullish, and it means that you're about to break out. So I wouldn't be surprised if you got something like that. Let's look. I want to lay that fib on. Hold on real quick. And then I want to put this fib on here from a low to a high. I don't think we go above this high here. I mean, we will in time, you know, soon enough, but not right now. Not before going lower. Yeah, it's very possible. I think we nailed it. I think that range is perfect. Let's find support somewhere around 83.2 to 79.6 cents, somewhere in that zone, okay? Golden ratios in the middle there, 786, 886 at the lower end, 0.5 at the higher end. The 0.5 is not normally significant, but hey, you found resistance right at your 0.5. Might you come down and find support at this relative 0.5? I'm just saying. I like that 83.2 to 79.6 cent area as an area for support. But if you don't hold 79.6, where are you going to go? My guess would be 74.45 at the lowest, okay? At the lowest, okay? Or maybe you get some kind of double bottom. That could happen as well. 4 hour RSI, topped off in the overbought zone. Last time you were overbought, you went down a good bit. Here you're overbought, you still continue to grow. Yeah, it's anybody's guess, but I would think, you know, if this 4 hour time frame can close green, you might move up a little bit more first, but I do think that you're going to move down relatively soon. 4 hour MACD looks like it's about to cross red. If in the next hour and 37 minutes you come down, you're only up 0.5% on this 4 hour candle. So if you come down and close this red, that stochastics will resume looking bearish. So will the RSI, and the MACD will also look bearish. So I think we have lower to go. That's my expectation there. Daily time frame now. Looking at this, I like the RSI overall, right? I like the daily RSI. I think that it's pretty damn good. Again, this actually really helps me believe that you're not going to see a lower low, or if you do, it's going to be insignificant. The MACD is right here at an area to bounce right off the zero. That's nice to see. But we got 5 hours left in this day. Depending on what you do with this day, you might not be bouncing at all. You might be crossing through the zero, and that's okay. That happens sometimes. I would think that we're at an area where soon enough we'll find resolution and come up. Stochastics rejecting the overbought zone is not a good look. 5 hours left to see how the day closes, but if it closes red like this or lower, you will have a rejection there. And then your RSI does have lower highs. You can come back down to this 40 area, maybe even the oversold zone itself and find support. But I highly doubt, I mean, if you get below this low, I highly doubt that you see anything too low below there, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if we at least went down again to 80, was it 82.3 or 83.2 cents? What was it? 83.2 cents to 79.6 cents, somewhere in that range. Inevitably, I do expect that Cardano will see new all-time highs. I'm very much a fan of that idea. You've got higher lows here, higher highs, massive uptrend. Cardano itself, let's look at it. ADA. $30 billion in market cap. I could see this thing 10xing by the end of the cycle. I could see it 20xing by the end of the cycle, or even more. It's quite possible we could see a $1 trillion market cap by the end of the cycle. As crazy as that might sound, but the thought here is that a $600 billion market cap is even pretty crazy, right? That's a lot of money. It's a lot of cheddar. Something like Cardano, that's been around for multiple cycles, made by a pretty prominent figure in the crypto space, and has a very prominent crypto community as well. Something like this could attract the interest of institutional investors. The fact that it's in the United States Crypto Reserve also could attract institutional investors as well. And with that, you could definitely see a multi-$100 billion market cap, I think. But again, the thought here is $600 billion is impressive enough. That's a 20x. That's about average. That's about what I expect the average crypto to do. So Cardano is a safe bet for growth, but it likely underperforms the average coin by the end of the cycle. If you overperform, that means you're going to get a 30x and you're going to be pushing a $1 trillion market cap. I'm not betting on that happening, but I would not bet against it. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if we saw that. And a 30x from here, what's that, like $25? $27, something like that. Right, because a 10x would be $8.6 times 3, 24, it'd be like 25, like $26, yeah. So maybe. Do we have any targets up there for 26 bucks? Is there any targets that make sense? This will be the ultimate judge right here. High to low. Should I take that low or should I take the fake out low? I feel like this is an appropriate low. You seem to be respecting these levels. I think it's appropriate. Nothing at 26. So it's either you are stopping at about a 20x, $16 there, or you are breaking through that $1 trillion barrier. There's no in between. Yeah. I'm sticking with the $16 option personally. I don't think that you see $32 by the end of the cycle, but I could be wrong. It depends on what we do by the end of this year. And one way or another, with this long-term accumulated phase that you have, notice what you did last time, right? You see this one? Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. You see this one here? You see that long-term accumulative phase right here, slanted upwards just like this. Mine is the COVID crash. You just have a nice slanted upward phase. When you broke out of that, look at how fast you moved up, right? And then slowly for months afterwards, you still climbed higher, but slowly. A lot of time to layer out, by the way. I would expect to see a similar result. Once you break out of this, which will be at like $2 price, you're probably going to launch through the freaking roof to $10 and then slowly climb your way up there, and then that'll be your top, and then down you go. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, give it 3 thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. Bye-bye.